All right, everybody, welcome in. It's a new week. It's Monday. We're gonna be messing around with some of the projects we've been working on Eon Editor. Maybe I should open the curtain. Dun dun dun! Eon Editor. Put it in share work here. All right. It's good to see you too, Wicked. Welcome into chat. Okay. So last week I was testing out CyberDragon's AI builder. There it is. Everything looks a little different because it was reinvented very recently. It's looking pretty clean. I'm at 90. And last week I was testing out this AI builder, which if you click on it, it opens up over here. And I used it to put together all of the rules. So if I happen to the boards like this RNG Stroop roll is 22, it did all of this, the receivers, it did all of this. I might have had to help a little bit, thinking back. But for the most part, it landed with like almost 200 rules. It did for me, which was pretty cool. I haven't had much luck getting it to build world stuff yet, but I'm sure it'll get better with time. And just have to find its use cases. So today I thought it would be fun to just clean this up. This is like the main menu. It's like completely bare bones. Stroop effect test. I hope I'm saying Stroop right. Let me see. Pronouns. Things.
Things.
That's how you say things. What about... Can I just change this? Huh. Weird. Pronounce Stroop effect test.
It's the dog park. The old cone of shame, right?
There's nothing shameful about it.
Pronouncenames.com. Stroop. Stroop.
There we go. Stroop. Stroop effect test. Which is a classic psychological psych, like 101 general psych class type thing that you'll go over where I'll just show it. I'll just read this. The Stroop effect is a classic psychology. Why can't I say that? Psychology? Psychology? There we go. Phenomenon that measures cognitive flexibility, processing speed, and your brain's ability to resist distractions. It highlights the mental conflict that occurs when you are asked to name the ink color of a word rather than reading the word itself. So you push start, and then you can see name the ink color of the word rather than reading the word itself. So it says purple, but we need to push brown, and then we can say we got correct. So it's brown, red, purple. So I wanted to, like, it messes with your mind because you're reading the word, but you need to push blue right here. Green, red, brown, brown, red, purple, red, brown, brown, red, blue. I'm pretty good at this because I've practiced it so many times. I built that. And I've actually built like things like this in the past. And it's an experiment I've thought about since college a little bit. So. But the first time you're exposed to this effect, it's extremely difficult to try to do this. Unless you're like an extremely talented and gifted person. But the only reason I'm able to do it okay is because I've practiced so much and I understand the phenomenon. So what are we going to do today? On the main title screen here, I would like to add like, what's your best score? We can say like your name, best score, best time, or just your best all over. I don't know. Yeah. The record. So it would be the score with the time as the tiebreaker. That's pretty much all you'd have to keep track of, I think. So your name, Stroop effect test subject, your name, and then best test score, and it would be the amount you got right with the time that it took you. What's up, Naz, man? Good to see you. So I'm going to go ahead and push escape, get back to the editor. So in this experience, we have just like locked up the avatar so they can't move. And then I think I just used the weather. I used the world to give myself just all black darkness. And we're building this game only with the HUD. So I've built everything in this game with only this HUD tab here. So far, like all the visuals and stuff. If I can move this around, you can see the buttons and everything are behind this. You can make additional HUD layouts, which, I don't know, I haven't messed too much with that yet. Thanks for lurking, Nesman. It's good to see you. I haven't messed too much around with changing the HUD layout to make things happen. I've just been using everything on the same HUD so far. But if you can get this wrapped around your head, I'm sure it'll be easy to do this too. So I want to collect people's names, which I haven't done yet. So we're going to add a variable. We'll call this the Stroop effect test subject. This is a text, a local text. We can leave it blank. Want to show it on the HUD. So in the rules here, we'll just call the first board actually. Gonna have to remember what's going on here. A little bit. Okay, yeah. So I'm just gonna rename this admin. So I like having an admin board where you do like on player join and stuff. So on player join is perfect for capturing somebody's name text variable. So we're gonna give myself another rule here. Store player's name. Okay, so we grab that. Now for this is the RNG roll, so I roll a number between 1 and 20, and that gives us the 20 different options that it can be in the test. Just one moment. Alright, I'm back. So this is the RNG roll, which rolls between 1 and 20, asks it to compare. Looks like the AI doubled up this message a little bit, because we don't need this if this is going to send it, and this actually might move faster than I want it to, so I'm gonna get rid of that message. So this will go into the rest of them. If we roll a number between 1 and 20, only one of these compares can be correct. It's gonna send out a special message for each number. Then we have the RNG Stroop receiver. So this is where we get like 1. And the AI did pretty much all of this for me, where it's only going to show one color. So this is showing the variable group that I set up. It's going to hide the rest of the colors. And it's going to set the correct answer ID to 2. So this is your answer checker. And so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rules per number. So yeah, 20 times 6. That's how many rules are here. 120. AI did all that for me. I did go back and I think there was some extra stuff that I had to clear out of here, so I had to like do a little bit of correcting. But I think the time it saved me was still a lot for this. And so this also comes from RNG Stroop receiver, or like this roll. And this is what's actually changing the name of it to kind of mess you up. This is the part that's trying to mess you up. So it changes the blue colored ink to the word red, changes the green colored ink to the word red, so on and so forth. Stroop questions loop. Okay, so this is the stopwatch that wasn't working, but now it is, that we can leverage for this. So Stroop test time. So we can have like 2 sections on the title screen where it shows best time ever and then your last time. Last one. I think that's the best way to do it. If I had exactly what I wanted to ask, we could probably use AI for this. I have one message in my inbox. That's exciting. So I'm pretty sure I had... Oh, wait. No, I don't have variables out. Let's do this quick. Variable group 6. It's because the opacity's off, but I should be able to see all the variables over here. We can say that I want this in this one group. Everything else is out. So here we can keep an eye on the variables. You can see that now we have a timer. We can see all the variables that we're using. So the AI wanted to use a screen state variable, which is pretty smart. If it's 0, it's on the title screen. If it's 1, it's currently testing. This was the RNG that was rolled. This is the correct answer. So we're supposed to name the ink of the color rather than reading the word. So the correct answer is 3. You can see that's the correct answer there. Selected answer ID. So when I push this, this is going to change to 3 and then they'll compare, I believe. It might have happened so fast that you didn't see it because I'm pretty sure it changes it back to 0. But you can see I got it to 1. Game started true. So not only do we have a screen state, we also have a game started true. We're just like doubling up. Game over. I don't know, there's like a lot of doubling up, I feel. But you could probably use like these separated variables for lots of good things. But this is sort of the AI's architecture. Current question. So this is the... Did we start at 0? No. Green again. Purple. So we started counting at 1. We're on question 4. Which checks out because I have 3 correct. And this would be the 4th. Test timer. I might have doubled this up when I was working on it. Test running true. Stroop test time. So we've been in here for almost 2 minutes. I'm Fred, and I'm the Stroop effect test subject. That's pretty cool. So let's do this by adding a variable group. This one's going to be like right here. Make the font a little bigger. Variable group 8. We're going to call this best score. I think best score will be okay. I think that you're only able to put these variables in one group. So this is going to be in best score. I'm probably going to need a new variable, which I can use this one for the leaderboard. We're going to create a variable called... I'm not using this test timer. Oh, maybe I am actually. Stroop test time. I'm actually going to go a step further. I'm going to end it with it, and we'll just go change this one to current. And call this one the best. It's going to be local. Potentially this is going to be time or decimal. I'm not 100% sure. Probably time, hopefully. Put this on the HUD. Whoops. I can access it right there. So we have the Stroop effect test subject, and then I actually need another variable. This one would be correct count. Correct count. Current. Correct count. Best. So now we'll have some persistent variables that we can, this is just a number integer. And we're going to go save in public on these. So I can have some persistent local variables that compare at the end to see if it's your best run ever or not. And we can keep track of that. Alright, so Stroop effect test subject. So it's going to go current score first. And then it's going to go test time. We're going to be using the same messages that we do for like this label here, which is show screen 0 and hide screen 0. I'm funneling those messages into one on the boards. So it's not going to start hidden. These ones are going to be shown when you turn the game on. Put all these in here. Change this to hide. So I need to build the logic to check this stuff and set it up. But now it's sitting here on the HUD. Put a little title up here that says like best score ever, something like that. And then underneath we're gonna do another variable, group. Rename this one to your last score. Something like that. Current score. Since we used everything else, we'll just say current score. And then current score underneath this. So current score would have I already have this in my answers group, so you can keep track of your count while you're in there. How do you include variables in different groups? Double up the variables. Probably that's the easiest thing I can think of to just get this done right now. I can request it. Potentially build a different HUD layout for things with fix it as well, which might be the correct answer. I could portray variables as progress bars instead of using them as variables for funsies. Let's see. So this variable would be correct count current. Static max would be 20. Where's this bar? It's gonna be somewhere down here. Can't move it over there. It's like, no. Yeah. Let's make this thing bigger. Oops, this is not what I'm looking at. This is what I'm looking at. I want the label to be inside of it. I want the number to be inside of it. I want the colors to be, I think white is okay. No, not for green. Colors should be black. Map fraction. Text size. Can I make text bigger? Oh, it's right here. It's just right in front of my face. Visibility. No. So it would use the same messages that these ones do. Correct count current. Hide screen 0. Just show it. Show screen 0 to hide it. We won't use any messages on full or on empty. I'm going to keep that here for now. Let's make one more progress bar. Also, this isn't called progress. It's called correct answers. Let's add another progress bar called wrong answers. This one variable is going to be wrong count. The max is 20. I'm going to try to... Oh, can I copy the bar? I don't think so. So this one's going to be right underneath. We're going to max out the width and the height. We're going to take this and go to like red. But like a lighter pinker like the green is. Maybe like that. We're going to put the number inside and the label inside. We changed the font to 20, I do believe. We made it black. The same visibility for wrong count here. Show it. And hide it. Whoops. So that frees up those variables to go into the current score. Bring this back over here. So now I can use these variables. That's the best. Where am I at here? Do those variables get deleted when I did that? When I deleted that group, wait. Oh no, they're at the bottom. So this is going to go into current score now. We can make the font size a little bigger to match up. Actually, this is the... That seems like a risky button. Font size 15. Alright, so that sets us up. Let's see how we're doing here. We gotta put this time in here. I forgot to do that.
We don't want the wrong count in here. We just want the correct count and the time. It didn't hide. This one didn't show. But it is filling up, that's good. Start visible? No. Start visible? No. I got these messed up. Obviously. So I want this variable group, oh, excuse me, to be turned off. I want wrong count to be nowhere. I'm just gonna control F and go time. Test timer. Group test time current. This would be it, I think. Current score. Dang it. I guess I could leave it up. But then we're doubling up. I don't want them to see their time. So what am I doing here? Those are showing and hiding. I just don't have a message here. Hide. Wait. Hide message would be hide. And show message would be show. I'm gonna control F and search for current. Correct count. Hide screen 0. Hide message is hide screen 0. So screen 0, because that got changed around. Test time current doesn't have any messages. Go screen. Hide screen. Alright. Purple, green, red, brown, blue, purple, red, blue, brown, red, brown, blue, purple, green. Didn't stop. It was like 28 seconds. And it goes away again. And I think it started over. Test end right here. question loop. Start. And advanced question. When it's less than or equal to total questions, which is 20. We get next question. But when it's greater than 20, then we get end stroop test, and that's what came out. If we get a next question, we go to the next roll, and then it waits for the answer. Start test. How do you get the answer? Right here. Replace a variable is what we're doing. So if we push the red button, we're going to say the selected answer is 1. And then we're going to check if we're right. If we push the blue button, then we're going to say the selected answer is 2, and then we're going to check if we're right, and so on and so forth. Check the question. So earlier we were looking at the RNG. So we changed this selected answer ID. Or the correct answer ID is what we set earlier. So is it equal to what we just selected? If so, the answer is correct. If it's not equal to the one we just selected, then the answer is wrong. If the answer is correct, this is also another way, like, the AI didn't use this, the math rule, to send out. Instead, it's just adding a send message next to it. Which probably isn't the best practice, because I would like to do the math and then send the message out, but it's probably okay. So either the message is going to be right or wrong, and then we check the math. Bing, bang, boom. Makes sense. Thanks for the watch streak, Nasman. Now at the end of the test, we need to compare to see if if it's the best score we've ever had, and stop the timer. So test end. Let's do it right here. I think this is a good spot to do it. We're going to pause time. Or wait, no. We want to stop the stopwatch potentially instead. Right? Oh, it already says I do, but I didn't. It didn't work. Because it wasn't a player message? Is that not the message? End stroop test. End stroop test it is. Current. Stop the rule. It didn't stop. Oh, it did that time though. I can't, it's like highlighted. I can't see what color it is. It's weird. Why does it get highlighted? It says clicking so much. Why did it not stop that one time? Seems to be stopping now though. Green, red, blue, purple, blue, purple, green, red, purple, blue, blue, purple, green, brown, blue, red, red, purple, brown. Okay. I'm not sure why it didn't stop that one time, or maybe I'm just crazy. And it did stop. So we already are stopping the time. I think I'm going to use this message just to like take one step away from end stroop test, because that's also the one that stops the timer. So I'm going to try to use show screen 0 for comparage. We'll see if it works. I'm kind of confused with like parent player messages and stuff, if that's what I need to do this stuff, and if all this stuff is a player message. But so we're gonna use show screen 0. Compare, we can compare a time. First I need to compare numbers. We're going to say, is the correct count current greater than your correct count best? Let's say that this is like, try to use the same messages that we've been using. Score best. Okay. Now we would have to also check the time. Compare timestamp. Let's see how this works. So if we get score best, then we need to check time best. That's not quite right. That's not what I want to do, though. Edit timestamp value. I asked my dog. Oh. Please stop barking. Please stop barking. Please. I'm confused. I can't select anything for the time compare one. Oh, there's timestamp. There's a timestamp variable. I have to think about this.
So instead of time, I want to use a time stamp, I guess. Compare timestamp. Time. That timestamp. Records the current server time into a timestamp variable. Syncs with the game server for consistent time across all players. Records the current server time. And then we're going to compare. Compares how much time has elapsed since a stored timestamp is met. Set timestamp. Edit timestamp. Interesting. So timestamps allow you to actually keep track of how much real world time has passed for the server time. Time variable. How do I get this variable to compare? I think the leaderboard will already set it up, but I want to do it myself. Please stop barking, dog. Edit a time value. Edit a number value. My kids are looking for the dog who's down here, laying in a basket of blankets. I don't know how I would grab the timer variable and compare it against another person's timer. I could potentially try to use timestamps. I don't even know what that would look like.
I might have to ask Cyber Dragon what he thinks about what I should do here. Or like what I'm missing. So let's change this back. I wanted this to be a time, but I can't compare time. I have to compare a time stamp. A timestamp records what the server time is. Or how much time it's been since that server time. Okay. It's not going to work for this. But if I use, instead of a stopwatch, well, I don't want to use a timer. If I go leaderboards, I can say that I want this to be well, I wanted to build it so I could check it myself. Here they are. Current count best. Test time best. That doesn't make sense though, because I want highest on this and lowest on this. So I can't really set that up the way I'd want to without more control. Now that I think about it. You could go lowest first and keep track of how many wrong answers you got, but that's kind of confusing. But that would do the time properly. I might not be able to keep track of my own and just see what happens on the leaderboards. Because I think Cyber Dragon has it all built in. But I think I'm actually getting too complicated with things. Let's just forget about this part. And we're gonna go wrong count. And where's the time? Stroop test time current. And then we can go lowest first. And the message would be show screen 0. That would keep this low and this low. That means I don't want this. And we'll add the wrong count also to the current score. Which I want to move this to the top, which not in there right now. Maybe if I go like this and back to it. Shuffles these around right here. I want to put it up, up. Interesting, very cool. So that essentially should be it then. Let me push an update. Nice. So if you go to oleon.com and you search for the newest games, you can see the Stroop effect right here. Boom. The leaderboard just became active. And let's see if I can get it to work. Let's see if it works. Wrong count, correct count, current. Stroop test time, current. Start. Oops, dang it. Purple, green. I want to get really slow. Brown, purple, red, purple, green, red. Brown, purple, blue. Okay, so I gotta fix that up a little bit. And that stopped, so that's good. Okay, I'm on the leaderboard. Boom. I only got 3 right, did it in 7 seconds. Interesting. Wonder if I can go in and delete myself from the leaderboards. Blue, brown, purple, brown, red. Blue, red, blue, green. Oops, that's not green. Blue, red, green, blue. So I got a better time that time. Got them all right. Mm-hmm. Alright, so it seems to be working pretty good. Actually. Cuts down a lot of the work I was going to do as well. But what do I need to do here? I need to clean up the HUD a little bit because these messages are off. So I don't want that anymore. That on show. Put this on hide. I think that's pretty much it, wasn't it? Well, there's a functioning leaderboard at least. Beautiful leaderboard. It did update to 33 seconds, which is good. Can I go into my admin leaderboard and delete myself? I don't think so.
I am going to create a competition for this. I don't know if I'm, like, I guess we're kind of ready to test it out. Weekly high score. Entry fees. Interesting. Duration. A month? A week?
Let's see here. I actually don't have my wallet.
Probably gonna buy 1,000 coins and put some of them up. I have 100 coins to play with right now, it looks like. So potentially for fun, we could set this up with 100 coins. I really want to be able to delete myself from the leaderboard. So if I
Change this to 100.
100 coin weekly week long stroke effect test. See who can get 0 questions wrong in the fastest amount of time. Leaderboard. Custom scores. Duration. 1 week, I guess. So 50, 30, 20. Add position. Oh. Remove position. Charge entry fee? No. Are we ready for this? I think we are.
Okay.
It's active, baby. Wait, let's see here. I don't think you can play it on mobile. I mean, actually, I think it does work on mobile, but it's got all the mobile buttons on it, so that's something we gotta clean up. Competitions. Hey, we are in there. Look at that. That's awesome.
All right, tomorrow we can add some more polish, like add some sounds and stuff.
I'll try to remember to grab my wallet and
Buy some coins tonight to play with. Because
Cyber Dragons added like some sounds and stuff, so maybe I could use these sounds to add into our own games here. Looks like we can just use the coins that we bought here, or the own,
for like AI sound effects and stuff, which I'm not 100% sure how it's all gonna sound.
but we can test it out here on stream. So I put a link to this on Cyber Dragon's Discord if you want to try to put your time in there to get 100 coins to your account. Be a good test. Let me put it in chat as well.
So see how fast you can complete the Stroop effect test. Let me know if you find any bugs or glitches. It's really rudimentary, but like I said in the beginning of the stream, I put most of it together with the AI tool that we have in Eon.
Which is pretty cool. It's all very much a work in progress, though. So... something else I wanted to do with this is potentially at this point we push marketplace here. Actually took me out of my editor, which is, did it take me out of my editor? It did, I think. That's not super cool. We need to get to know Oli. Eon. We need to get to know Oli better. So I thought there was a way to maybe potentially see as an experience. How do I add an experience to the marketplace? Did this get messed up at all when I did that? No. Settings. Help. File. There we go. Save scene as a template. Right. So we can explain it again a little bit. This experience uses the HUD rules and HUDs, boards, and variables offensively. Check it out to learn about RNG, compare variable groups and buttons. What else do I do? Leaderboards. This is a single player experience. Something like that? Puzzle? A starter kit? Test. HUD. Buttons. I don't know. Something like that. So I could share this publicly for 0 price. Nice. So now if we go, I think CyberDragon has to approve it unless my account's just like it's automatically allowed from my account. I don't know. But let's look for experiences. No, it looks like he has to approve it. So once he approves it, I'm sure he will. You could straight up download the Stroop effect test here and mess around with it for yourself. There's a lot going on in there, but it's all pretty self-explanatory. I think. Just takes a little bit of looking at it. And it works. Pretty much put together completely with this AI builder right here. Just prompting this thing here. So I would like to add just a little more polish and stuff. I need to buy some more coins. You can see it drained me out because I have a competition going on. 100 coins right here. You get 50 coins for first, 30 coins for second, and 20 coins for third place. And it all has to do with the leaderboard right here. Please knock me out of the top 3. I don't want to win back my own coins. I appreciate you all very much. That's going to be it from me today. My kids are dying for some lunch. So I got to go buy them. I got to go make them lunch. Alright, everybody.
Much love. Don't do anything I wouldn't do, and I will talk to you later. Reach out if you need anything.
All right.
Bye-bye. Adios.